In the headlines, 3 Edo train victims rescued as Deputy Governor condoles family of police officer who died on natural causes. 10 people die in road crash on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Atiku takes campaign to Kogi State, promises to fix Ajaokuta Steel Complex. Away from Nigeria, thousands of Tunisians rally against president on revolution anniversary. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ila. Thanks for joining. And now the details. The Edo State government has commiserated with the family of DSP Michael Adams, who lost his life during a successful rescue operation of some of the victims of the kidnap incident at Igwebe local government area of the state. This is as 3 more victims of the Edo train attack have been rescued by a joint team of military, police, local vigilantes and hunters. The Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shuaibu, who led other top government functionaries and security officers to the home of late DSP, expressed sadness over the unfortunate incident. He noted that the late DSP Adams was a gallant officer whose exploits are worthy of commendation and emulation. The Edo State Commissioner of Police, Mohammed Adamu Dankwara, clarified that Adams did not die in a shootout as he had been rumored.
We have lost a gallant officer, but this officer and other men have been in the bush and they are able to rescue victims alive. And more of these victims are being rescued. Additional 2 again, apart from the magistrate, were rescued yesterday. So the effort is really yielding result, and I must commend the men and women of the security for what they've been doing.
Certainly, they have gone for an operation, and along the line, he felt somehow that he wasn't feeling after the exercise, after the rescue. They have been just like the Deputy Governor has said, that they have been in the bush for a very long time, which at the end of the day, they have rescued the magistrate. So he felt he was feeling somehow down and what have you.
Four members of a family were on Friday confirmed dead as a result of the high voltage supply of electricity in Kofaragaya local low cost in Zaria. Confirming the incident in Zaria, the head of the fire service unit in Kofaradoka, Muhammad Umar, who attributed the incident to an electrical spark, said it occurred in the early hours of Friday. An eyewitness and neighbor to one of the deceased, Safiano Aliyu, said the incident claimed the lives of Alaramma Muhammad Sani, who is an imam, his wife, Raulatu Sani, and 2 of their children, Hashim Sani, aged 8, and Fatima Sani, aged 1.5. Now, the neighbor, who also attributed the cause of the fire incident to the high voltage of the electricity supply being restored to the area around that hour, described the incident as unfortunate. Also commenting, a member of the vigilante group in the area, Bello Haruna, explained that they were on a patrol when the incident occurred. No fewer than 25 shops were gutted by fire at Araromi's spare parts market, Agodi Gate, Ibadan, in the early hours of Saturday. General Manager Oyo State Fire Service, Canon Yemi Akinyinka, confirmed the incident in a telephone interview on Saturday in Ibadan. Akinyinka said that the service got a call about the incident around 2:30 a.m. and immediately deployed personnel to the place to stop the fire. He further said that his men were able to extinguish the fire around 5 a.m. on Saturday, adding that no life was lost in the incident. Now, 10 passengers reportedly died in the early hours of Saturday when a Toyota bus crashed into a truck on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Reports say that the incident occurred at about 4:30 a.m. around the Oniworo axis of the highway, involving a Toyota bus and a Mack container truck with no registration number. The spokesman of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Florence Okpe, confirmed the incident on Saturday to journalists in Abeokuta. Okpe said 19 persons comprising 13 male and 6 female adults were involved in the crash, out of which 10 died, 2 sustained injuries, while others were rescued unhurt. According to her, the injured victims were taken to Victory Hospital, Ogere, Ogun State, for medical attention, while the corpses were deposited at the Ipara morgue. 48 hours after the tanker drivers blocked the Zaria-Kano highway over the alleged killing of one of their colleagues by a soldier, they have agreed to reopen the road on Saturday. The protesting tanker drivers, who used their vehicles to block the busy highway, agreed to remove them after a series of negotiations with security agencies and the FRSC officials. The incident happened on Wednesday around 3:30 p.m., shortly after the soldier attached to a construction company shot the victim following an altercation. Confirming the reopening of the road on Saturday morning, the state acting sector commandant of the Federal Road Safety Commission, Lawal Garba, said normalcy has returned. The State Police Command had ordered for the full-scale investigation into the killing of the driver by the soldier, which led to the road blockage. Now, indigents and residents of Olupa land in Ibeju, Lekki, have appealed to the Lagos state government to save their ancestral homes from land speculators threatening to evict them. The residents who staged a Save Our Soul rally on the land said that they have been living in fear since November 2022, when some individuals came with caterpillars to demolish structures in the community, claiming that the state government has allocated the land to them. The report.
The Bale of Olukbaland, Said Bello, who noted that their forefathers have occupied the land for more than 300 years, appealed to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to intervene in the matter in order to avoid a crisis in the community. He said he doesn't believe the claim that the government will allocate the land to anyone without discussing it with the indigents.
Some time ago, we saw some people claiming to be government officials demolishing some structures in our community. They were with task force officials pulling down fences, claiming that the government had taken over the land, but I doubt that. They were from the government. The government wouldn't just take over the land without first discussing with the people living there. We have not seen any government official, and it is baffling. We inherited this land from our forebears who have been occupying it for more than 300 years and using it for farming. In the last 20 years, we started selling parts of the land for residential purposes, and everything has been going on fine.
He also called on the federal lawmaker representing Ibeju Lekki, Bayo Balogun, and the State House of Assembly member for Ibeju Lekki 1, Mojid Fatai, to intervene to avoid unrest in the community. One of the landowners in the town, Chidi Blessing, expressed shock at the impunity with which their structures were demolished without any prior notice and appealed for intervention.
When we came into this community, we bought land peacefully, and I have a building here. We are living peacefully. All of a sudden, some certain persons, they just came, mark some buildings, they mark most of vacant lands that they are from state governments, claiming our own land. They have demolished a lot of buildings and a lot of fences and all that. Even our own is being affected. I'm begging on behalf of everybody that the state government should please help us to regain our land back.
A shop owner, Onwubuari Emmanuel, expressed dismay that despite processing a certificate of occupancy, his shop was affected by the demolition.
I have a CO on the land, but some people came from government and started to demolish our properties, our fence. You can see the shop here. The shop they are threatening to demolish. Then when we went to Alausa, Mr. Bodagoro said he's the one that issued them the allocation. That is from the governor and from Tinubu, that nothing anybody can do.
They are hopeful with the intervention of the Lagos state government, all parties will revert to the status quo.
Now, on political matters, the People's Democratic Party presidential flag bearer Atiku Abubakar has promised to fix the nightmare of the Ajaokuta Steel Company and all federal roads leading to Kogi State once he is elected president. The ex-VP, who made the pledge on Saturday while in Lokoja in continuation of his campaign rallies to woo electorates ahead of the forthcoming election, described Kogi State as a PDP state and urged the people to rise to the occasion by voting for the party in the coming election. The PDP flag bearer expressed satisfaction with the turnout of people at the rally, noting that the crowd is an indication of a people yearning for a positive change that will improve their quality and standard of living. Prominent APC leaders and members from across the state who defected to the PDP said the APC administration in the state has made them worse off in terms of living conditions and dividends of democracy. Receiving the Dekampis, PDP National Chairman Iyorchia Ayu urged the returnees to work collectively towards ensuring victory for the PDP and described the worsening state of the economy, insecurity and poverty as unprecedented.
For this show of support, for this show of love which has been shown to us this afternoon. Most of your challenges have been enumerated by previous speakers. One of them is the issue of Ajaokuta. I want to confirm here that if you give us the support and you elect a PDP government, the nightmare of Ajaokuta will be a thing of the past. I assure you this, and it is a promise I have made on behalf of PDP. I also want to promise you that the issue of your inland port is not only a Kogi issue, it's the issue of all northern Nigeria. Because through the development of the port in Kogi, we also will have access to the maritime transportation in this country. So it is not Kogi matter, it's our matter for the entire north of this country. And I promise you that we will make sure we implement that program. Let me also assure you that if you vote for PDP, there will be no more salary arrears in Kogi State. Lie.
I am happy today to welcome back home some of our members who made a mistake and went to the other side. Governor Salau is here. Where are the people who are decamping? Former Deputy Governor is back with us. Do you receive him? Is he going to enjoy as you are enjoying in PDP? He made a mistake. Forgive him, take him back, and let him lead the campaign of the People's Democratic Party.
You're watching the news update on Trust Television. Coming up shortly, we'll take a look at how widows of ex-servicemen struggle in life. Details of this and more after the break. That's great. Welcome back from that break. Let's take a look at some of the top stories again. 3 Edo train victims rescued as Deputy Governor condoles family of police officer who died of natural cause. 10 people die in road crash on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Now moving on, Zamfara State Governor Bello Muhammad says the state government has discovered 199 ghost doctors in its payroll after staff auditing in the state. The governor stated this while interacting with journalists on issues of the 30,000 naira national minimum wage, thuggery, joint health workers protest over non-payment of salaries, and the 2023 general elections, where he is seeking re-election for a second term in office. The report.
Governor Bello Muhammad of Zamfara State urged Nigerians to continue to support the security agencies to tackle the prevailing insecurity in the country in order to restore peace, order, and stability. Governor Muhammad, who does not agree with the insinuations that the forthcoming elections will be postponed due to insecurity, maintained that Zamfara State in particular and the country in general are safe for the conduct of the 2023 general elections.
That's why I said I have to take it out. All they need is for us to support the security, so that the current situation we have now in this country, they're supposed to work hard to make sure that we have security in our community.
Governor Bello Muhammad, who is the coordinator of the Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign Council for Northwest, dismissed the speculations that the North will support a northern presidential candidate, pledging that the North will give Asiwaju Bola Tinubu overwhelming votes to win the 2023 general elections. While reacting to the protest by joint health workers unions of the Yarima Bakura Specialist Hospital chapter, Governor Bello Muhammad, who said he had paid the health workers, also noted that 280 doctors have been on the state government's payroll, but explained that after staff auditing, it was revealed that the state has only 81 doctors, while 199 are ghost doctors.
As you are all aware, we as the governors of the northern part of this country, we come up with an agenda that the power should shift from the north to the south. That is an APC, which we have all of us agreed to that, and we adopted that, and later we bring in Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be our flag bearer, which you have seen by yourself what is happening in all the states that we went for a rally. You see the acceptability of our candidate. I know, I will show you the evidence. Since December, I have made all the payments, both for the November and December. The variations and everything, we have made it and I paid. It is into the salaries account.
The Zamfara State Governor noted that his administration had implemented the 30,000 national minimum wage and is set to give out 450 houses to civil servants as part of efforts to improve their welfare and ensure maximum productivity.
Edo State has recorded 4 more cases of Lassa fever, bringing the total number of confirmed positive cases to 28 in the state. The State Commissioner for Health, Obehi Akoria, said that the 4 new cases were confirmed in Essa West, Esako West, and Essa Northeast local government areas. Given the breakdown of the number of the cases in the affected local government, Akoria said Esako West recorded 12 cases, Esan Northeast 7, Esan West 5, Esan Southeast 2, Esako East 1, and Owan East 1. He said that the state government is committed to ensuring the health and safety of residents and urged them to comply with all health protocols to contain the spread of the disease in the state. Now, January 15th every year is marked as Armed Forces Remembrance Day in Nigeria to honor ex-servicemen and fallen heroes of the country's armed forces. Trust TV's Ibrahim Ismail in this report speaks to ex-servicemen and widows of fallen heroes on life after service and after the departure of their loved ones amidst the current economic challenges. The report.
Apart from the traditional laying of wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, part of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration is the launch of an appeal fund to support ex-servicemen and widows by the Nigerian Legion. Noble as the intention is, the concern among many has been whether or not the money raised from the launch of the emblem actually reaches members of the Nigerian Legion and widows of the fallen heroes.
We've been attending and promises are being made, but one is always surprised that these promises are not fulfilled until the next year when an appeal fund day like this is coming up, before you start seeing people fulfilling their promises. How do you then take care of the families of the fallen heroes?
I have children. I have 9 children. I go down because nothing. The children, they're there for house. I know they get anything for government. I know they get.
Chairman of the Nigeria Legion Gombe State Chapter, Adamu Dogo, assured of judicious distribution of funds realized through donations and sales of emblems to members.
You know, everybody have his own administration. In the next 4 years, if I continue getting assistance, surely I know that I'm going to do something in which that I will show His Excellency that what he have given me, I have used it, especially the widows and their dependents.
At the 2023 launching of the Emblem Appeal Fund, Gombe State Government donated the sum of 5 million naira to the ex-servicemen and widows.
At this particular point, I wish to say that the Gombe State Government, standing on the same 5 million of last year, is launching this appeal fund with the sum of 5 million naira, and I call on other individuals and organizations to donate towards this noble and desired event. May our Creator bless whatever will be realized, and may it be used for the purpose for which it was meant.
Beyond the solemn commemoration of the day, members of the Nigerian Legion say they need support from governments and well-meaning Nigerians to survive, especially at a time of soaring prices of goods and services. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
Away from Nigeria, thousands of protesters marched against Tunisian President Kais Saied's seizure of near-total power in central Tunis on Saturday, demanding he steps down as they marked the anniversary of a key date in the 2011 revolution that brought democracy. The central Habib Bourguiba Avenue, the traditional site for major demonstrations, was crowded with thousands of protesters waving Tunisian flags amid chants of "The people demand the fall of the regime." A heavy police presence remained outside the Interior Ministry building on the street, along with water cannon protesters. Now, protesters had pushed past police and metal barricades to reach the avenue, defying initial efforts by the authorities to separate several parallel protests. that had been called by different political parties and civil society organizations. Another major opposition political party aligned with the pre-revolution autocracy held a separate rally in downtown Tunis after it was banned from marching near the presidential palace in the Carthage. Now, Said shut down the elected parliament in 2021 and began to reshape the political system. But low turnout for December's election of a new, mostly powerless legislature revealed little public appetite for his changes. And in sports news, Football Kenya Federation has suspended 14 players and 2 coaches for match fixing after receiving a tip-off about cheating in the National League. Among those suspended on Friday were 6 players from Zoo Kericho FC, which was found guilty of match fixing by FIFA's Integrity Unit in 2021 and expelled from Kenyan Premier League. The federation said it had suspended those accused, including 1 player from reigning Kenyan Premiership side, Tusker, until the matter was formally investigated. In February 2020, FIFA banned 4 Kenyan players, 1 for life, for taking part in an international conspiracy to fix league matches. 5 Kenyan referees were later suspended over the same scandal. Kenya only returned to international football in November after being suspended by FIFA in February 2022 because of government interference in the sport. And that's a wrap on Trust News Update. Watch more via all our social media platforms and also on our YouTube channel. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thanks for watching. Bye.